Hey everybody, it's Andrew back again, and we of course reviewed everything in the XPS line over the years. This year we've already reviewed the XPS 13, the 15, the 17, and actually I will have that full review of the XPS 13 Plus coming. And of course we have the desktop which came to the studio. This is the updated version of the XPS desktop. It's the 8960, brand new for 2023, and where you're going to see some major changes is under the hood. This packs a Core i7, but you can get it with up to Core i9, very good performance. You're also looking at the RTX 4080 in here for some fantastic graphics performance. Now, this comes in two colors. I got the dark one here, and it also comes in a lighter platinum color, I believe, and it is absolutely gorgeous here. We're going to get into it, why I think this is a great productivity tool, why I think it's a great desktop for content creation, such as video editing, and of course, gaming. So it really wears many hats, and it does them well. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my review of the Dell XPS Desktop 8960 here for 2023. Coming up. Now, before we get to the unit itself, I just want to let everyone know, in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, I'm not being paid by Dell, I'm not being sponsored by Dell. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own. Dell is not getting copy approval. That means they're seeing this video for the first time, just like you. Now, this unit is on loan from Dell, and once this review is done, I'll be sending it back. Now, as of July 14, 2023, the date I'm recording this review, this has a starting price of $2,299.99. For those interested, I'll leave a link in the description below for more information and where you can buy one. Now, it will go up from there as far as the price is concerned, but my review unit as configured here today, $2,459.99. Again, links for everything will be in the description below. And it comes in two different colors, Night Sky, which is the dark color, which we have here today, and a Platinum Silver, which is the lighter color. Both look really good. Now, as far as the design is concerned, it's pretty much unchanged from last year's model. It's a mid-tower, compact design, sort of, and I gotta say, I really like the color, as I mentioned. And what's pretty interesting about this tower, it's one of the few PCs that can perform like a gaming desktop without looking like one, and I think that's a big plus in my book. Now, when it comes to ports, you will not be disappointed. There are plenty of them here. Let's start off with the ports that are embedded in the aluminum upper half of the front panel, which includes a full-size SD card reader, a headset jack, 3 USB-A 3.2 Gen 1 ports, and 1 USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 ports. Now, from what I understand, there is an optional DVD drive. My review unit does not have one. And on the back, you get two more USB Type-A ports, 3.2 Gen 1, a faster USB-C port, that's good, two legacy USB 2.0 ports, a gigabit Ethernet connection, and 7.1 surround audio jacks. The Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3 wireless antennas are built into the case itself, so you'll see no external protrusions. Now, serviceability is pretty easy on this. The desktop's left panel comes off for servicing after you loosen a Phillips head screw. It's very simple. Just pop it out and you're ready to rock and roll. And incidentally, the latch also has a built-in Kensington lock port for more security. Now, the side panel has perforations in it to allow for airflow, which of course will help with the cooling, and it will help to cool that massive GeForce RTX 4080 GPU. You get a 120mm fan just in the front of the tower's main intake. Air from that fan also travels to the 750-watt power supply. A 1,000-watt power supply is optional. As for upgrade potential, this tower includes 3 PCI Express slots, 2 M.2 storage drive slots, and 2 DDR5 4800 memory slots. One thing I noticed is that other desktops have 4 DIMM slots, but 2 slots still allow for up to 64 gigabytes of RAM with 2 30GB modules. You'll find 2 3.5-inch bays along the top panel for traditional storage, both featuring toolless caddies. The only potential pitfall for upgrading the XPS desktop are its proprietary motherboard and power supply, but those components aren't commonly changed out anyway for the most part. Everything else appears industry standard. Nearly everything in this tower can be serviced without tools or just a Phillips head screwdriver. All right, let's talk about performance. And the XPS Desktop 8960 has an Intel Core i7 13700K. That's 8 performance cores and 8 efficient cores for those wondering. 24 threads up to 5.4 gigahertz. It has the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 graphics, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and 1 terabyte of SSD storage. We're seeing excellent single and multi-core performance from this CPU-GPU combination, and we're seeing a nice increase year over year in terms of that performance over the 8950 from 2022. As you can see, the Cinebench R23 single-core and multi-core performance are both improved on this new model. And when you compare it to some of its competition, the single-core score of 2065 led the pack against the others in this category. Certainly very impressive for that single-core performance. And when you look at the multi-core performance, another great result here, 24,228, falling just shy of the Aurora R15, its sibling from Dell, of course, in the Alienware line. But this will be great for not only doing productivity work, but you're going to do content creation. That means you're going to be doing things like Lightroom, Photoshop, video editing in Premiere Pro, and DaVinci Resolve. Now, when I rendered a 3-minute H.264 4K video in DaVinci Resolve, it took 1 minute 23 seconds to render that video, outpacing the ZenBook Pro 16X that I have here, and the Apple Mac Studio M1 Max, which did 1 minute 57 seconds, a much better result with this XPS desktop. An impressive performance when it comes to gaming, whether it be 1080p or 4K video editing. For example, Cyberpunk 2077 with ray tracing on, it still managed 31 frames per second, which is impressive considering the graphics horsepower that needs to run the ray tracing in such a highly processor and graphics intensive game here. And this basically tells us this is a great versatile desktop machine that's great for productivity, creative work, and of course, gaming. So it wears many hats and does it very well. Not only did they send over the XPS desktop for me to check out, but they also sent over the Premier keyboard and mouse, which I'm absolutely loving, by the way. And they sent over the Dell UltraSharp 32-inch 6K monitor, one of the best monitors I've used here in 2023. In fact, I'm going to do a separate video on it, talking about it in more depth. But of course, it really goes well with the XPS desktop because it really does bring a lot to the table, especially for the content creator who needs the high resolution, who needs the great coverage of the color gamut, and it has to be color accurate. This is what this brings to the table. I'll have more to say on that in that upcoming review of the monitor. It also has a really great webcam built in, a 4K webcam that really is sharp, really brings a lot to the table when it comes to video conferencing. Zoom calls, it worked well. As far as the video conferencing, it can't be beat. I like this killer combination. Okay, people, let's bring it all home. What do I think about the Dell XPS Desktop 8960 here for 2023? What you're getting here is flagship performance, great for the gamer, great for the content creator. Its understated, attractive, and minimalist design is really, really good here. I really like it. It runs relatively quiet and has plenty of ports. As far as negatives go, the proprietary motherboard, the proprietary PSU may really not be great for some people, but I think for most people won't really care. And it comes in pretty expensive, although as I showed you earlier on, right now it's on sale over at Dell's website. Links for everything, of course, will be in the description below. There's no denying here, ladies and gentlemen, the Dell XPS desktop brings a lot of great looks, sleek minimalist looks. It brings great productivity performance, great for the content creator, and it's a great gaming rig as well. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now on Threads. Yes, links for everything will be in the description below. So until next time, this is Andrew, and I'll see you in the next video.